Hello and welcome. My name is Alric Heck from Ad Outreach, and I am so excited to show you how you can scale your business to 7 or even 8 figures using laser-targeted YouTube ads, all while reducing your dependency on more expensive platforms like Google Search and Facebook ads. Now let me ask you a question. Is your business currently on the Facebook ads roller coaster? One month you're riding high, and the next month your results are down in the gutter. Your results keep going up and down like some crazy roller coaster with no rhyme or reason. All the while, your ad costs keep rising and your leads get more and more expensive while your margins just keep getting slimmer and slimmer. And all of this has been exaggerated with the recent iOS updates that just seems to make things worse and worse. And even when you do have a great ad on Facebook, they almost always seem to fail when you try to scale. Now, Google Search and pay-per-click, those have been expensive for the last decade. That's where Facebook is going, by the way. And TV ads and infomercials, those are a thing of the past. And don't even get me started on the organic grind. Constantly posting content on every platform, trying to get new clients, posting piece after piece in this monotonous cycle. That is no way to try and scale a business. Now, the reality and the cold hard truth is the strategies that worked best before don't even work well anymore. And that's because all of these strategies, Facebook ads, Google search, organic posts, are a gigantic red ocean, brimming and boiling with competition that is cutthroat. Facebook ads, you probably noticed this. Everybody's running Facebook ads. Everyone is competing with each other. The costs keep going up and up. iOS is only making it worse. It is a red ocean. Google search has been like that for a long time. In organic posts, everybody and their uncle is posting content on these platforms. So trying to sustainably scale your business with organic posts is like treading water in a gigantic red ocean just to keep your head above water and your head afloat. It is challenging. It is a gigantic red ocean with all of these strategies. But this training is about the blue ocean that is available to you, and that is YouTube ads. And I want to dive into and show you exactly how you can use YouTube ads to get consistent leads and sales in your business at a much more efficient rate than all of these other platforms and strategies. Now, maybe you've tried to figure this out on your own. You've tried YouTube ads already, but you could have realized that without a map, even a blue ocean can be hard to navigate. And that's why I want this training and my guidance to be your treasure map and your compass to guide you exactly where you need to go and exactly where you need to dig in order to find the treasure that waits for you in YouTube ads, because there is so much opportunity out there that I'm going to show you how to tap into in this training. We'll cover exactly how to reach your ideal clients on YouTube with the right targeting. And that's what we're going to be covering today, is how to scale your business to 7 or even 8 figures using laser-targeted YouTube ads. And we're going to show you how you can create a bursting pipeline of new leads and sales coming into your business from these advertisements. Now, we're going to start off by mapping out our 7 and 8 figure YouTube ad strategy, our winning YouTube ad script that we've helped thousands of clients put together exactly what to say and do in a YouTube ad to get it to convert. We'll cover our 3D YouTube ads targeting strategy that's been the secret to over 9 figures in client sales from YouTube ads. We'll cover our bullseye ad optimization system, our omnipresent retargeting machine, and our exponential growth strategy that all comes together to allow you to scale your business to 7 or even 8 figures using YouTube video ads. Because this is the new way of getting leads and sales online. It is with YouTube ads. And the special strategy for YouTube ads called 3D YouTube ads targeting that we're going to be diving into within this training. I'm going to be showing you exactly how this works and exactly what to do with your YouTube ads to get them to drive the conversions you're looking for. We're going to be breaking down exactly how these YouTube ads work. You can see there's an example of one of my ads and how you're going to be able to use this to land consistent clients, leads, and sales for your business. Regardless of what your business is, let's just take a look at this here. This is actually my email inbox, and you can see all of these people booking calls from our YouTube ads within a one-day period. Now, if you sell over the phone, imagine what it would look like if your email inbox looked like that. Or if your sales team calendar looked like this every single day, packed wall to wall with calls and opportunities coming into your business from YouTube. And you could say the exact same thing for your business. Just look at these as leads, sales, conversions, whatever it is you're looking to get in your business. Now, I'm going to show you a few examples of our clients, and then we're going to dive into the meat and potatoes, exactly what to do with your YouTube ads. So Ahmad scaled his consulting business from $40,000 to $100,000 a month using YouTube ads. YouTube ads were the key to get there. We have Michael Gabrielli. Now, he is known as Solar Mike. He was getting more expensive Facebook leads. He cut his cost by 50 to 60% by using YouTube. And now we've helped him scale his YouTube ad to over $850,000 a month in ad spend. That's ad spend, mind you, every single month on YouTube. You can actually see his video here has over 11 million views and counting. And that's because it converts so well with the strategies we're going to show you today. Tim Sanders, he scaled to over $1 million a month with his Amazon course, Private Label Masters. We've got Richard Shaw, $40,000 to $50,000 months to consistent six-figure months using YouTube ads. Jonathan Kirshner, he went from making less than $10,000 a month to over $100,000 a month, and his first 2 Comma Club award at ClickFunnels, which you get for earning over $1 million in a funnel, which he did with YouTube ads. We've got Ann Sieg. You can see here this video has 2 million views. It's one of her best performing YouTube ads. She consistently gets 5x ROAS on YouTube. It's far more traffic than she can even handle. David Emmons, who's just an absolutely fantastic guy, he actually helps teach artisans who sell at craft fairs how to sell their artwork online. You can see we scaled that video up to 5.2 million views, and he's consistently getting a 3x ROI on his ads, spending over $1,500 a day with a no-touch automated $997 webinar funnel. Now you can see here, this is actually a video he shot while hiking the Grand Canyon, talking about how he'd been hiking for the last 3 weeks while sales were just coming in automatically from his YouTube ads and webinar. Here's another client that did over $1 million a month off of just $202,000 of ad spend. We also love sending out these six-figure month YouTube awards. We send these rocket awards to our clients. Donna Partow, $115,000 in 2 months from one video that she was able to run. $514,000 for 44,000 ad spend. That's an 11.7x ROI on YouTube ads. We've also had the privilege, and this is something I'm really excited about, to actually work directly with Bob Proctor's team to help them leverage YouTube ads. It's actually me standing next to Tommy Collier, who's one of our clients, our ad outreach clients, and he is actually the director of marketing for Bob Proctor's company in creative media. Cole Gordon, who's very well known in the space, he's scaled over $2.7 million a month, has been using YouTube ads consistently. He's closing 40% on cold traffic, seeing incredible return on ad spend. And we've also worked with a wide variety of other companies as well. And the reason I'm showing you this is when you watch a training, you want to know the person who is teaching you has credibility and has done this before. We've worked with Snow Teeth Whitening, obviously Bob Proctor, Groove Funnels, Jay Abraham's team, Passion.io, US Metal Roofing Consortium, Skyview Trading, Private Label Masters, Traffic and Funnels, 7-Figure Selling Academy, Tufton Needle, and many, many more. I can't even fit on this screen. We have helped these companies and many more, thousands of companies, implement YouTube ads, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So let me just quickly introduce myself again. My name is Alric Heck, and I am based right here in Austin, Texas. I am the founder of Ad Outreach, and I've been using YouTube and leveraging the power of YouTube for a long time now. I actually started out on YouTube 12 years ago by building a YouTube channel, AppFind, that has over 500,000 subscribers. I scaled that up. And about 7 years ago, I started leveraging the power of YouTube ads, helping thousands of companies scale YouTube. And to date, we've already helped our clients generate well over $100 million, 9 figures, of revenue using targeted YouTube ads. And of course, we've also scaled ad outreach to over 8 figures ourselves with our business as well. I've been featured in many different publications and podcasts, and also have earned my 2 Comma Club X Award for doing over $10 million in sales from one funnel. We've earned Inc. 5000, number 87 fastest growing company in America, number 7 in Texas, and number 5 in all of marketing and advertising on the Inc. 5000. I've also been featured in a variety of publications as well. And I don't show you this to brag. I genuinely want to show this to you because I know when I watch a training, I want to know the person who is teaching me has done it before and is who they say they are and actually is the expert in the space. That is what I am with YouTube ads, and that's why I wanted to show this to you so that you know when I talk about YouTube ads, I am giving you the best strategies that are proven with our own company and with our thousands of clients we have worked with over time. So here's just a little, image of the YouTube channel. I started out 12 years ago. That's kind of my background story. That's how I got into YouTube. I've been, eat, sleeping, and breathing YouTube for a long time. Over 7 years experience running YouTube ads. I've hosted big events, actually right here, in Austin, Texas. You can see we had a live event with lots of our clients coming in teaching YouTube ads. We've invited clients out to our offices. We've got amazing headquarters. You actually see I'm here in my office right here in Austin, Texas, which is really amazing. And you can actually see that we've had our clients come out here. We've trained them in person on YouTube ads. I've grown my team, and we've also grown our incredible clients that we're able to kind of come out here and train them in YouTube ads. And that is what I love to do, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today is exactly how you can leverage the same YouTube ads we've helped our clients leverage, the same YouTube ads we've been using that you probably saw to get here right now in order to find the treasure that waits for you on YouTube. Exactly where to target, where to go with your YouTube ads, and what to put in your YouTube ads in order to get those consistent conversions. That is what I'm going to show you because I genuinely believe that right now is the golden era of YouTube ads. You don't want to be that person that's saying, I wish I got in early on YouTube. Like I've heard a lot of people say, I wish I got in early on Google, 10 years ago. I wish I got in early on Facebook 5 years ago. Right now is the opportunity to get in early on YouTube while it's still a blue ocean. So don't say the same thing for YouTube. That's why I'm excited you're here, and I'm excited to dive into the 4 secrets of YouTube ads to create high converting YouTube ads that allow you to scale to 7 or 8 figures in your business. So how do YouTube ads actually work? Well, let me show you. And this is actually what I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to do this in the training, but I want to actually show you how these ads really work. Now, if you take a look over here, let's go into our Google Ads dashboard. And if you don't know, Google owns YouTube, so everything is done within Google Ads. And as you can see, I set up my YouTube ad that I can put in front of specific people at the right time with the right video in front of people who are interested in what I have to get them to convert. Now, let's just use an example. Let's say somebody is looking up how to do Facebook ads. Now, obviously, my message is that YouTube ads beat Facebook ads every time. So I want to get in front of this video that somebody who's watching and trying to figure out Facebook ads and say, hey, let me show you how to use YouTube ads instead. So let's say they search that on YouTube and they click on this video, this Facebook advertising tutorial. But when they click on that video, instead of that video playing, my ad appears in front of that video
YouTube ads
at the perfect time when somebody is
every.
interested. And then what we can do is pull them in, hook them into the video. We're going to cover exactly what to say and do on your YouTube ad because that's very important. And then get them to take action and click the call to action and get them to convert, which in this case is to register for the webinar to show them exactly how they can use YouTube ads. Now, you probably found this webinar in a very similar way. You may have been watching a video and then saw our ad. Now, there's a few different ways that these YouTube ads show up. They can also appear on mobile as a video that appears in the feed with a little bit more text, a little bit more of a long form headline. So a few different ways. We're going to break down some of that in just a second. And it's also very important how and when you target people to make sure that they actually have intent. You're reaching the right person. But imagine what this means. If I can target people who are interested in marketing and ads with my YouTube ad, you could do the same thing for your business, right? If you do any type of mindset or business growth or coaching, imagine getting in front of Tony Robbins' videos or Bob Proctor's videos. And Bob Proctor is actually a client of ours as well at Ad Outreach, and he uses these same strategies. If you help people with weight loss and fitness, there's a wide variety, almost an endless supply of videos you can target your ads in front of. Same thing for real estate investing, supplements and different products, tech products, makeup, whatever, you name it, there are people looking it up on YouTube. Amazon FBA, if you're teaching people how to sell on Amazon or e-commerce, there are all these videos you can run your ads in front of, even just general business growth, right, and marketing and general topics. There are so many videos that exist on YouTube that you can target in front of. Now, it's not as simple as this because you have to know how to target the right people, and we're going to dive into that in just a second, but this is how these YouTube ads work, getting in front of the right person at the right time with your video ad. So let's dive back in and show you exactly what this looks like. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time breaking down the ins and outs of the ad itself because you've probably seen these ads before. You've definitely seen these ads before. You can see we've got our in-stream ads that appear on desktop. You've got a banner at the top right. You've got the call to action button that takes them off into that next step. You've got the display URL. And you also have the skip ad button, which we'll talk about in just a second. Now, on mobile, there's a couple different ways your ads can show up, either in front of other videos, or it could also appear on the mobile home feed as people are scrolling through YouTube as an ad that has a little bit more long form text. Now, it's really important that you optimize your ads for this as well in order to have them get the best conversions. It's very important to do that. So you can see here that it has those headlines, you've got the call to action below the video. It looks a little bit different on mobile. Now, you want to learn to love the skip button because here's the truth. If somebody is watching your ad and they skip your ad, right, after those 5 seconds, you have 5 seconds and then you can skip the ad. If they skip that ad before 30 seconds, or in some ad types 10 seconds, but if they skip that ad before 30 seconds, you don't pay for that view. You only pay for what Google calls and YouTube calls a true view, somebody who's actually interested in your video and at least watches 10 or 30 seconds of your ad and decides not to skip. You're only paying for people that are genuinely interested. So why are YouTube ads so effective? Well, it's because of the learner's mindset. People are going on YouTube to learn, consume content, actually going with a purpose instead of just mindlessly scrolling on Facebook or other platforms. They actually have intent. They're looking for something, and you can reach that person at the perfect moment and essentially ethically hijack that YouTube traffic and send it directly into your own funnel and your own business. Now, in order to do that, you need to make sure that you have the right video ad. And what I call this is the value ad. Creating a video that actually provides genuine value on the ad itself and has a clear and concise call to action. The biggest mistake that I've seen marketers, entrepreneurs make when they start to create YouTube ads is just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks, trying all kinds of different videos. And also another big problem, the second biggest mistake, is trying to repurpose a Facebook ad as a YouTube ad. They are two totally different platforms. YouTube is where people go to learn. We're going to talk about the components of a winning YouTube ad. So trying to take a Facebook ad and run it on YouTube is like fitting a square peg into a round hole. It just doesn't work, and you will not get good conversions if you do this strategy. You should not take a Facebook ad and try to run it as a YouTube ad. And the third biggest mistake is just starting from scratch, starting nowhere, not having any idea where to go and not following a proven strategy. You need to follow a proven process in order to create a YouTube ad that actually converts. The way that we do that is a 3-step process, a production plan. So there's a series of questions designed to get the answers that's going to allow you to write a video outline where you have an outline of what's going to be included in your video, and then of course turning that into a YouTube ad script. We found that 3-step process to work really well for us and our clients in order to create a winning YouTube ad. But what I want to give you is these 3 components to a winning YouTube ad. There are 3 main components every winning ad must have. We're going to be breaking those down in a second, but the first is a hook, right? This is where you bring people in, you draw people in, you actually get people's attention. Then educate. This is where you provide value. You have golden nuggets. You're actually giving value. The key of the value add, right, is to give value. And then once you've done that, you have a clear and concise call to action to get people into your funnel and to take that next step, whatever that happens to be. It might be getting a lead magnet, going into a webinar, booking a phone call, purchasing a product, whatever that next step is. Now, we're going to quickly break down each of these components. The first is the hook. Now, what you want to do is you want to pull in the right people, but also push away the wrong people. Remember, if somebody skips your ad, you don't have to pay. So you want to push away the wrong people and pull in the right people. You have that 5 seconds before they can skip to make sure you're capturing the right people who are interested. Then from there, you want to capture their attention and tee up the rest of the ad by setting their expectations for exactly what they're going to get throughout your YouTube ad. Now from there, the second component is educate. This is where you need to actually provide value. I call them golden nuggets to the viewers. You actually want to provide real value to your viewers to solve a problem, even if the video is all they watch. You want to actually provide value, give them those aha moments in the ad. Now, this is one of the biggest things that people get wrong when they run YouTube ads, is they just have the hook, right? Hey, do you have this problem? And then they just go straight to the call to action. Okay, go sign up for my webinar or go buy this thing. But they don't provide any tangible value. Remember, you're on YouTube, people go to learn, so you want to educate, you want to provide value. Whether that's educating if you're the expert and teaching something, or if you have a product showcasing what your product does and how it solves the problem, you want to educate your viewer in the ad itself. And then from there, you're going to have a clear and concise call to action to get someone off of that ad and into your next step, whatever that happens to be. We've got a little bit of a breakdown as what your next step should be depending on where you're at. This is something we help our clients with, because sometimes they wonder, okay, should we go to a sales page or a webinar or a VSL? What's the next step there? But you want to have that clear call to action to get somebody off of your YouTube ad and actually going into your website, whether it's signing up for a webinar, purchasing a product, booking a call, whatever that next step is. You want to make it stupid simple to take that next step. So these are the 3 winning components of a YouTube ad: hook, educate, call to action. And overall, your ad should aim to be about 2 to 3 minutes long, where you're providing that at least a minute of education in the middle of the ad. So maybe about 30 seconds for the hook, about a minute for the education, 1 to 2 minutes for education, and another 30 to 60 seconds for the call to action. And that's what you want to do to craft a winning YouTube ad. Now, you don't need fancy equipment or skills in order to create a YouTube ad. In fact, fancy equipment and high-produced videos take away from your message. It makes it feel less authentic. You need to be seen as the authentic authority in your industry, and that means that you want to show up the right way. In the era of Photoshop selfies and gurus and rented Lamborghinis, people crave authenticity. So it is so important to position yourself in your YouTube ad as an authentic authority in your industry. And you can do this by creating and recording simple, authentic ads with no fancy equipment or Lamborghinis necessary, right? And so what you want to do is you want to record these ads. Here's actually a really cool tool that I love. It's called the DJI Osmo Mobile 4. I think there's actually a 5th, and they keep coming out with new ones of these all the time. But you can see here, for $130, you can get a gimbal that will stabilize your phone and allow you to record videos without the camera shaking all over the place. It's a simple tool that gives a little bit more production value, but is actually authentic and natural. You're still recording on your camera, but using a simple tool. And you can actually see a picture of somebody using a gimbal right here. And what I call these are native ads. They really yield to your authentic authority. You're creating an ad that feels like the platform that you're on. If you do a big, overly produced studio film shoot, the problem with that is it doesn't feel like natural YouTube. Versus if you pick up a camera or you have somebody else pick up a camera and record you, either way works. But if you do that, it's going to feel a lot more natural and authentic and connect with your ideal clients. Now, here's another big thing that a lot of people ask me, and you don't need to look perfect to record your YouTube ad. You just need to be authentic. honestly, as I was putting these slides together, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to include this slide because it's a little bit embarrassing, and it's a little honestly makes me feel a little vulnerable kind of putting this out here. But this is what I looked like, about 4 years ago. I was, I've been doing YouTube ads for a long time, right? So 4 years ago, I put together a YouTube ad, and I was about 50 pounds heavier than I am today. And this is before I figured out how to eat right and exercise and all the different things. But I wasn't really confident in the way that I looked or how I showed up. I was honestly, kind of embarrassed about how I looked. And I knew that, I was overweight. I knew I didn't look that great. But what I did know is that I was confident in what I knew, and that was YouTube ads. And so, 4 years ago, I picked up the camera and I recorded this ad. And this ad, you can actually see we ran this so much, 500,000 views on this ad. It does not matter how you look at all. And that's why I wanted to show you this, because I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't put this slide in here, because it doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter who you are. If you show up as the authentic authority in your industry, right? If you show up and you pick up the camera and you speak from your heart, people are going to listen, and you are going to be able to craft a YouTube ad that works. Right? It doesn't matter. You don't have to be perfect, because nobody is perfect. Everybody has something they're self-conscious about, and that was myself as well. And still sometimes when I pick up the camera, I'm like, oh man, this or that, the other thing. But what I say is, you know what? I have something to share. I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to record my YouTube ad anyways. And that's what I really want you to do, is record your ad, because you're going to be able to show up as the authentic authority, right? Same thing I did before, and you could do the same thing too. All you need to do is just pick up your iPhone, your gimbal, and record an ad. That's all you have to do. Now, if you really don't want to be in the ad, or you feel like you have somebody else that could be a little bit better, you can use what we call our influencer strategy, right? So you can actually hire an influencer to do your video ad. It's hands-off, adds to production. But honestly, I would really encourage you, especially if you're an expert, right, coach, consultant, course creator, author, speaker, expert, to really make sure that you get out there, right? And even if you're representing a company with a product, right, you are a great face for your product. Doesn't matter what you look like, what you sound like, who you are great to represent your product because you have that passion. So that being said, we do have to move a little bit back into here. Just something I am genuinely really passionate about is, everybody having the ability to record videos, record video ads. But now let's get into the targeting. This is where we get into the data. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so we're going to get into, the conversion-centric targeting. I know a lot of you are going to be really excited about this, because what I want to show you how to do is how you can pinpoint the exact perfect people with your ads. We call this the advertisement launch cycle. So you're constantly testing, analyzing, revising, repeating with your ads to see which ads work. When you find those winning ads, you're iterating, you're creating new versions, and then you're scaling up the ads that perform the best. I like to picture this as a gigantic dartboard. And imagine all the darts you're throwing at the board. All these darts are different tests that you're doing. Now, some of the darts, inevitably, you're going to land on the outer rim. And so what you do is you get rid of those. You trim the fat. You get rid of the campaigns, the targeting, the videos that don't perform. Then you take some of these other ones in the outer rim. You get rid of those too. They didn't really perform that well. Now, it's really important that when you take ads, when you have ads that kind of do well, but they're kind of lukewarm, right? They're not quite a bullseye, but they're not the worst ads either, that you revise and repeat, you test new iterations of those campaigns, of those ads, to see if you can find winning versions. And then, of course, when you have those ads that are performing the best, you have your winning ads that hit the bullseye, and we're going to show you how to actually target and find these winning ads in just a second here. Those are the ads that you scale up, and then once you know the exact trajectory, velocity to throw a dart to hit the bullseye, you can just keep hitting bullseyes every single time. And that's exactly what you can do, is scale up those tests so you can keep hitting those bullseyes each time with your campaigns. Remember, you need to test in order to see what works the best. And when you run video ads, when you run YouTube ads following this process, you always win, because you're either finding winning ads or you're learning from what doesn't work and you're applying that knowledge to create more winning ads in your campaigns. I know this is actually something that we've done for our clients. We've created these YouTube ads master flowchart, optimization flowchart, exactly what to do at each point of your ads. If this happens, then do that. And it's this whole cascade that allows you to optimize these campaigns and eliminate all of the guesswork and know exactly what to do. Actually, it was kind of funny. One of our clients sent me this the other day. They actually printed out a gigantic board with this flowchart and put it right there in their office so they could keep looking at it, which I thought was kind of funny. So now I want to show you our 3D YouTube ads targeting strategy. Now, this strategy has been the secret to helping our clients generate over 9 figures in revenue from YouTube ads. It's the same strategy that we've used to scale ad outreach to over 8 figures. And it's allowed us to grow fast, right? We're able to get on the number 87 fastest growing company in America on the Inc. 5000. This is the strategy that we have used to scale quickly on YouTube. And not many people know this. Maybe you've dabbled in YouTube ads before, but you didn't really crack the code or you weren't able to scale the campaigns up. And it's probably because you don't know the 3D YouTube ads targeting strategy. This is the culmination of my life's work with YouTube, is figuring out the strategy that allows you to pinpoint the exact perfect person on YouTube every single time. And that is what I'm going to be giving you right now. But before we can talk about what this strategy is, let's talk about what it isn't. So first of all, on Facebook, you're only targeting in 2 dimensions: demographics and interests and affinities. In other words, demographics is the ability to buy, whether location or income or whatever it happens to be. And interests and affinities is making sure you're reaching the right person. But there's something missing here. We live in a 3-dimensional world, right? There's only 2 dimensions here. What you're missing is intent. Intent, which could also be described as the right time. Someone actually having intent, reaching the right person at the right time. If you reach the right person with the ability to buy, but it's totally the wrong time, they're not going to buy. Because you may reach the right person, but at the wrong time. And this is why Facebook ads are a roller coaster, because their algorithm knows that they have no way of knowing the right time. And so sometimes you reach people at the right time, sometimes you don't. It goes up and down, and it makes your entire business beholden to the Facebook algorithm that is trying to guess the right time. You can see why Facebook is such a roller coaster, because it's only targeting in 2 dimensions, and we live in a 3-dimensional world. And let me tell you, this has only gotten worse after the recent iOS updates, because now Facebook has less and less data because Apple's cut them off, right? Cut them off from data that was coming in from all these third-party apps. So Facebook has less and less data to be able to tell what the right timing is, and that's causing the results to get worse and worse on Facebook. Now, here's the other thing though. Here's the interesting thing. When people try YouTube on their own, they usually also only target 2 dimensions, but 2 different dimensions. They oftentimes target demographics and intent, which is video targeting. Maybe they run placements or keywords, but demographics and intent. And the problem here is you're only targeting the ability to buy in the right time. So you're reaching somebody at the right time with the ability to buy, but if they're not interested in what you're selling, then that's a problem. So you need to also target people based on their interests and affinities that they're the right person. Now, some people on YouTube also do another thing where they, do interests and affinities and demographics, the ability to buy, but they don't target the video. Here's the reality. If you're only targeting in 2 dimensions, you are destined to fail, because we live in a 3-dimensional world. Therefore, in order to get conversions from your ads, you must reach the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right message, which is your YouTube ads, in order for your ads to actually convert. Let me say that again. I'm going to go back through my slides. We live in a 3D world. This is so important. Therefore, in order to get conversions, you must reach the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right message, which is your YouTube ad, in order for your ads to convert. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this right now, this is the key to our 3D YouTube ads targeting strategy. Getting in front of the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right YouTube ad that appeals to all three of those things in order to get them to convert. That is our 3D YouTube ad strategy. So put together this Venn diagram here. Look at this. We've got demographics, we've got interests and affinities, intent, which is your video targeting, and right at the center is your ideal client. Look at this. Demographics, ability to invest, reaching the right person with the ability to invest at the right time. If you could reach the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right YouTube ad, which is the next component, right? The right message is the right YouTube ad, you win. Full stop. If you can reach the right person at the right time with the ability to invest with the right YouTube ad, you will win. And this is what I have built my entire life's work on YouTube around, is pinpointing how do you get that perfect person with your YouTube ads. And that's what I want to show you here. You can actually layer your YouTube ad campaigns to pinpoint the right person, layering in those demographics, geographies, household income, especially if you're selling something higher ticket, higher price point, adding in that income. You layer it with the videos somebody's watching. There's keywords, broader keywords, channels, competitors, topics, placements. We're going to break these down in just a second briefly. But then what you also layer that with is the audience. So in market, right, what websites they've gone to, what's their custom intent, what are they searching on Google? You layer all of these together to pinpoint the right person. This is the combination of who someone is and what they watch. Right? So who is someone, the right person, at the right time, what they're watching, also layered in with their ability to buy. You have demographics, interests and affinities, and intent. This is the type of thing that we break down. Okay, here's exactly how to target each person. We have some of this for our clients because we've seen this across thousands of different clients, exactly how to pinpoint the right person with the right YouTube ad, and that's what leads to conversions. So now I want to show you exactly how this works and how you can target the right person at the right time with the ability to invest with the right message. Now, obviously, there's a lot more than I can show you here in this presentation, but I want to give you that high-level view so you know how powerful this is when you target with this 3D targeting strategy. So first, you got to find the right person. You must reach the right person. So you could do that in a few different ways. Google has these different pre-built out audiences, but you can also build your own. So you can create one around the interests and purchase intentions. Let's say you're selling some type of weight loss program. You can target people who are interested in weight loss and losing weight. You can also build lookalikes. So if you already have people going to your website or opting in, you can create lookalikes based on those people. So that's another way to find the right person. Now, there's also pre-built in-market audiences that Google has. Like, take for instance this top one here, advertising and marketing. That's perfect for me. If I can reach people who are in the market for advertising and marketing, that's my ideal client, so I can reach that perfect person. They have life events too, like business creation, college graduation, moving. That's a great one for real estate and mortgage agents. You can see here that you're actually able to target people based on life events, so things that are happening to them. Detailed demographics. This is great, especially if you're trying to target people who are, maybe parents of kids. We've also used this in the past with college prep programs, targeting parents of high school students to get them into a college prep program or college prep tools. This is really, really valuable to pinpoint the correct person. And there's a lot of information that Google knows. I mean, think about it. Basically, Google has the whole internet, which is crazy, all of the search history, the gigantic search volumes, tons of people use Google Chrome, Gmail, YouTube, all of this data that Google has, they're compiling and allowing you to use that to reach the right people. You can also see here, you can also target based on affinity. So people who like things, like maybe people like beauty and wellness, they frequently visit salons, they're beauty mavens. Again, Google has Google Maps, so they know these things, right? And so you could target people based on who they are. Now, you can actually go a layer deeper, and this is where it gets crazy. You could target people based on their previous Google searches. So Google search intent, people who have looked up in the past how to lose weight, best diet, best weight loss program, weight loss, right? If people have looked this up in the past, you can target people based on their previous search history and reach them on YouTube, right? That's so powerful. Now also URL audiences. Now I've called this one of the industry secrets because this performs so well. You can target people who have been on your competitors' sites or other sites that are related to what you do. So you can literally put in the exact URL. Now how can Google do this? Well, Google Analytics is installed on the vast majority of websites, and Google also controls the largest search engine, Google, right? So Google knows where people go and what websites people have been on. So imagine being able to target people on YouTube based on sites they've been on in the past. So we use an example of weight loss here, Weight Watchers, Noom, Jenny Craig, etc. But you could do the exact same thing for you. One of my favorites is to target people who have been on ClickFunnels.com, right? I can target people, who I know are interested. They have a marketing funnel. Maybe they need YouTube ads. App audiences. This is also really, really cool. You could target people based on mobile apps they have installed on their phone, right? Same thing, Google Analytics is incorporated even into iOS apps, and you can actually target people based on apps that they use. Weight Watchers, Noom, Lose Weight. This is an example for a weight loss type program, and obviously you can use the same thing for you. One of my favorites is I can actually target people who have the Facebook Ads app on their phone. Think about that. Really, really powerful. Now, you also now have had the right person, so we figured out how to target the right person, but it's not just that. You have to layer everything in. That's how the 3D targeting works. So now with the ability to invest. So obviously one big thing is country, right? If you're targeted just to a specific place, or if you could target anywhere, obviously this is one big area. But then the next area that you can target with the ability to invest is demographics. Now, obviously, you can have the standard gender, age, parental status. That's going to depend on your business, what you're looking for. But one of my favorites is household income, especially if you have a higher price program. Especially if you're, coach, consultant, course creator, selling something high ticket, or you have some type of high ticket product, offer, service. You can target only people in the top household income. And let me tell you, Google is scarily accurate at finding out who is in that top income. Remember, they have access to your Google search history. They have access to Gmail, right? Every single email that's been sent on Gmail, Google has access to. So they know what you're buying. They know roughly what your household income is. So you can target people based on household income and only reach people with the ability to invest. Very, very powerful. So right person, ability to invest. Now we want to reach them at the right time. So there's a few different ways you can do this. Placements is obviously one that you can use. You can target specific videos. Now this does get a little cumbersome. It's good low-hanging fruit at the beginning, but it gets cumbersome as you scale. So that's just one thing to watch out for. Same thing with channel placements. You can target specific channels that you're looking to run your ads in front of. Now you can also target based on keywords. Now this is really powerful because you can go in and find the keywords of videos people are watching. So let's say you have the keyword weight loss. You can put ads in front of videos with the keyword weight loss. So instead of hand selecting all the videos with weight loss in them, you can actually just batch select all of them by targeting the weight loss keyword. Now you can use a tool like keywordsearch.com, which is a company I actually helped create, that's gonna allow you to find the best targeting, the best keywords for YouTube, specifically for YouTube, to find all of the different keywords to run your ads in front of and all of the different search volume there to see how many people are watching videos with those keywords and discover new keyword ideas, and then put those directly into your YouTube campaigns. So you're reaching the right person at the right time. If you're selling something about weight loss and you're targeting them, again, the right person who's interested in losing weight, somebody who has the ability to invest, they're in the income bracket that can afford it, and then reaching someone who's watching a video on weight loss, you're reaching the right person at the right time with the ability to invest with the right message. That's your YouTube ads. Same thing with topics as well. You can actually choose specific topics to target people with your YouTube ads as well. Now, of course, you do want to make sure you're reaching them with the right message, and that's your YouTube ad. So you can set up your YouTube ad with the right, of course, video, everything we talked about, with the right links, with the right headlines, descriptions, that's gonna allow people to take action. Remember, a winning YouTube ad has hook, educate, and call to action. Pull people in, provide value, and get them to take action. Now, if you want bonus points, you can implement what we call our omnipresent retargeting machine. So once you pull people in with YouTube, you can retarget them everywhere on every platform. This is something I really love to extract the most value out of every lead. So once you put all of this together, your ads will convert the best, right? Because you're reaching the right person with the ability to invest at the right time with the right message, that's your YouTube ad. And that is the 3D YouTube ads targeting strategy that has been the secret to our incredible client results. David Emmons, we talked about 3x ROI. Ahmad, scaling to $100,000 a month. Matt Graham, 4 to 5x ROAS, spending over $3,000 a day on a high ticket offer. We scaled Mike up to over $850,000 a month in ad spend. That's ad spend on YouTube with this same strategy. Tim Sanders doing over $1 million a month. We've obviously worked with Bob Proctor on this exact same strategy as well, so big names in the space. Cole Gordon, many different companies we've worked with. I kind of went through those before, all in the process to use YouTube ads to scale to 7, 8 figures, and honestly, some of the names I mentioned, 9 figures and beyond, using YouTube video ads. But now you have a choice to make. The first choice is to try and figure all of this out on your own. But there is a second choice, and that's to learn a proven and tested process from someone who's actually mastered YouTube ads and implemented the same strategy into thousands of client businesses. The winner's path is to see how YouTube ads can be implemented in your business. Over the next 5 days, my advising team has set aside some time to speak with you personally and see if we can help. We'll talk for about 45 minutes and map out an exact action plan for you to follow so that you can create a new pipeline of leads and sales using YouTube video ads. Now, I want this to be the most valuable 45 minutes you spend working on your business all year. So you can go to adoutreach.com/apply. There should be a button popping up right here on the screen, adoutreach.com/apply. And together we'll dial in your business, your exact sales goals, and get absolute clarity on how to reach your goals as fast as possible using our YouTube ad strategy. And you'll get an exact strategy roadmap to make it all happen. Now, you may be asking yourself, why are we doing this? Well, if you want us to work with you personally and help you implement YouTube video ads using our strategies, then we may invite you to become one of the new clients we take on. Now, if that's the case, we'll walk you through exactly what it would look like and take you through an overview of our program that's designed to help you create a pipeline of leads and sales using YouTube ads. We expect new leads and sales coming into your business within just 30 days. So you can go to adoutreach.com/apply to book your strategy call, where you'll actually be booking a real-time on my team's calendar where they're going to be able to dive in, learn more about your business, and map out the exact action game plan strategy for your YouTube ads. Now, this is a completely free, complimentary 45-minute call, and I genuinely mean it when I say I want this to be the most valuable 45 minutes you spend on your business all year. You've seen the power of YouTube ads, you've seen what we've done, and I want to help you map out that exact same strategy for your business as well. So you don't have to be in that red ocean, right? That red ocean of Facebook ads and organic posts, the organic grind, Google search ads, all of those expensive platforms, or even just dabbling in YouTube. Maybe you've tried a little bit, but you don't have a roadmap to get it to work. I want to have our team give you the exact roadmap and strategy that's going to help you implement YouTube ads into your business and really move the needle. So you can go to adoutreach.com/apply, schedule your 45-minute strategy call, and I'm looking forward to having our team speak with you about YouTube ads. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just so passionate about YouTube ads. I hope you can tell. I just love YouTube ads. I love helping business owners like you use YouTube to scale to that next level. So go to adoutreach.com/apply. My team and I are excited to speak with you, learn about your business, and map out your own YouTube ads strategy. So go to adoutreach.com/apply, and I'll see you there.